What is up, everybody? J Nell here with my Bellator 149 recap video. Happened this last Friday. I hope you saw it. I got 3 out of 5 picks, so not too bad. First fight I got this pick, Emmanuel Sanchez beat Daniel Pineda. They started this fight off right, man. They went at it. It was a very young feeling fight, even though Daniel's more experienced. Daniel won that first round. He was basically quicker to the punch, controlled the pace a little bit more than Sanchez did. Second round was extremely close. Talk about momentum changes. One would take one down, the other one would reverse it. The other one would take one down, he'd go for a submission, one would get out of it, changing as far as who landed, who didn't. So the second round is extremely close. Third round goes to Sanchez. Daniel noticeably slowed down, and it was Sanchez who began to be first to the punch, controlling the pace. So I agree with the decision. Let me know who you think Emmanuel Sanchez should fight next. Next up, I did not get this pick. I chose Emmanuel Newton to beat Linton Vassell. He did not. I forgot how their first fight went, where Linton was basically whooping him up until he got caught in a submission. And that's how this fight went. Linton is much bigger and stronger, and Newton's unorthodoxness and his creativity wasn't enough to overcome the fact that Linton is much bigger and stronger and a decent wrestler. So Linton was able to take him down, ground and pound, hold him there. Emmanuel committed 3 illegal groin shots, resulting in a point being taken away in the second round. Totally agree. So he basically had to knock him out in the third, and he couldn't do that. Winner, Linton Vassell. Completely agree. Let me know who you think he should fight next. And just real quick, the 205 division in Bellator is getting kind of interesting. Rampage is coming back. There's rumors of Vanderlei coming there. You got Phil Davis, King Mo. So it's not the #1 205 division, but I think there's some interesting fights there that fans will want to see. Next up, I did not get this pick, and I said it'll probably be the last time I choose Melvin Guillard. And let me just make it official. The last time I choose Melvin Guillard. All the physical gifts you could want. His problem is all here. He's been at some of the best camps. Black Zillions, Greg Jackson, always parts ways on bad terms. He had an opportunity to be one of MMA's first big stars. Couldn't do it. It's mental. He's got all the gifts you could want. Strong wrestling base, punching power, fast, all of that. Derek Campos came in. They were swinging in the first round. I thought one of them would be knocked out in the first round because they both landed. Derek landed, I think, the most significant shot, knocked him up against the cage and down to the ground, where he was able to get his wits back and survive. Sorry for the moving of the camera, y'all. I'm in a weird spot right here. Daniel was able to settle down in that second round. He was the one throwing the better shots. He measured, had his hands up, and he knocked Melvin out on the feet. Then continued, because the ref didn't see it, continued to punch, knocked Melvin back into consciousness, then knocked him out again, where he eventually fell to the ground. And you know how I feel about refs. I'd rather an early stoppage than a late stoppage, because you are putting the fighter's life, their life, in danger. Melvin took about 6 to 8 shots that he should not have taken. He was knocked out cold on the feet. I watched the fight several times to make sure I wasn't tripping. He was knocked out, and the ref was in great position to see it, and he didn't. That stuff pisses me off. Next, pisses me off. Who would you like to see Derek Campos fight next up? Now, co-main event, and I got this pick. I chose Kimbo Slice to beat Dada 5000, and it didn't go the way anyone expected, because it actually made it to the third round. Let's talk about it. I had a feeling Kimbo's emotion might get the best of him, and it did. The first round, they both were just swinging wildly, some missing, mostly missing, but some connecting. They both have punching power. There are both moments where I thought both of them would be knocked out in that first round. Kimbo won the first round. He was able to get a takedown. He wasn't able to do much damage, but he was able to get that takedown. Second round, they're both exhausted. Dada actually managed to put together a combination that, like, he punched Kimbo from one side of the cage all the way to the other. I was like, hold up here. Like I said, this was actually a close fight, because there was absolutely no technique. Kimbo managed to take him down, and he laid on him. He just laid on him without moving, to the point where Big John McCarthy actually stood the fight up with him in full guard due to inactivity. That's how tired they were. We all knew whoever manages to land cleanly is going to win this fight, because they're both so exhausted. And that's what happened. Third round, Kimbo managed to land a nice uppercut. Even though he was exhausted, he still has punching power. A nice uppercut, followed up with the short right, or short left, and he was basically holding Dada up, because when he stepped back to throw another punch, which did not connect, it was all air, Dada just fell down. Sheer exhaustion, stumbled to the ground, and the air shot that Kimbo missed, I think that air turned his momentum, and he fell on the other side of the octagon. It was he was just sheer exhaustion. The crowd was booing, laughing, cheering, screaming, crying, everything. So Kimbo won. He plans to fight in July. Let me know who you think he should fight next. And real quick with that at 5,000, whatever you want to say about him, look, I respect him. 38 years old, got into that octagon with a very dangerous person. Most people wouldn't do this. And he gave us his everything. He was carried off in a stretcher, y'all. There are rumors that his heart stopped at the hospital. His camp says that's not true, that it was respiratory issues, that there's some sort of potassium over level or something like that. I'm not quite sure. Please, if you have any information on Dada's condition and what happened, please let me know. Please let me know. But just real quick, anybody gets in that octagon or that cage and gives us everything to the point where they are carried off in a stretcher, that's respect. It's not to be made fun of. Respect, Dada, respect. Now, main event, and I got this one as well. I chose legend number 1, Royce Gracie, to beat legend number 2, Ken Shamrock. And he did, but there's more controversy, and I can't believe this. It ended in the first round. Both men came out and looked pretty good. They didn't look like two old men on canes. They were feeling each other out. They were moving around, throwing some jabs and some kicks, trying to get their game plan going. They looked good. They clinched up. Gracie threw 2 knees. The second one hit Ken Shamrock in the face. Then he grabbed his balls and fell down to the ground. So Gracie jumped on top of him, ground and pound. Ref stopped the fight. Winner, Royce Gracie. Right? Right. Ken immediately starts going off. You did it on purpose. You son of a grind shot. So we're like, okay, was there a grind shot? We look at the replay. First replay, we see that knee connect to the face, and we're like, Ken, what are you doing here? There was no grind shot. You lost. But then we rewind the replay a couple of seconds to the first knee that he threw, because they were one after another, to the first knee that he threw, and sure enough, clean shot to the balls. Royce Gracie need him all balls. It's not Ken Shamrock's fault that he reacted late. It was a super delayed reaction. That's what happened. It's the ref's fault for not seeing it and stopping the fight. The ref was right there. Great position. I don't know why he didn't see it. Ken Shamrock, it bees like that sometimes, and you know that. So if the ref doesn't stop it, you have to keep going. But the ref, again, missed it. So these refs, y'all got to get some kind of universal thing going on, man. Y'all can't be costing us big fights like this. In the post-press conference, Coker, Gracie, and Ken Shamrock, none of them said no to a 4th fight. We might see this again. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about Kimbo and Dada 5000. Let me know what you think about the main event, about the groin shot, about the controversy. Should we see a 4th? What do you think? Does Ken deserve a 4th? Let me know any injury updates, how you did on your picks. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, where I will have 15-second prediction and recap videos. Subscribe, like, talk to me. Take care. Goodbye.